we are DIY as like we're running on Joyos and $200 Ibanez's with, you know, pickups that are probably a little bougier than that, but
you can see the crap guitars I'm working with back here.
I was actually checking
it's
them out.
great. I love it when guys do that though, when they like pimp out the shitty guitars. Not even the shitty guitars.
It's what we
but,
had.
like,
I wanted to make sure everything was in the room so I could grab it easy.
Yeah.
And this was the solution for me to get all of them here.
Yeah.
And then I just put the lights behind there because it was cool. It was like $5.
Yeah. So. LEDs make everything cooler, man.
Right. I surrounded the whole damn room with them.
Yep.
Our bassist, McCreener, ironically has the best guitar collection because he just plays everything, hence why he started the drummer. And then for Fate, he does vocals and guitar, and for Flood, he does vocals and basses. At one point, the only difference between Fate and Flood was
where Mikey was.
Yeah, Mikey and Randy Chinese fire drilled, and then you either swapped out skis for Mike Kelly, my other guitarist in Fate Eternal. So that was the difference, and now we're just two entirely different bands with two entirely different sounds.
I was gonna say on this subject, since he's not here, Mikey is not only the best guy.
Yeah,
he texts me like every other day, just positive affirmations. I just wanted to let you know you're like the handsomest, coolest dude I've ever met. I hope you have the best day, and means it. But literally every instrument that he touches, he can just play like better than the person who is playing it. It's ridiculous, man. You give him a guitar and he makes like the coolest sounding stuff. He plays bass really well. When I couldn't figure out drum parts when I first joined the band, he was like, "Oh yeah, it's just this," and played it. And I'm like, "Why am I the drummer then?"
No,
because I have to play bass. Like,
there
probably do both, man.
There was a bunch of people in the band that could either kind of play drums or could play drums but hadn't in a while.
Right.
And then there were like Skis will admit he is not a drummer, but he understands the technique, but he himself cannot do it. He'll say it all the time. I'm not a drummer, man. And then he will write drums that will show you that he's not a drummer. I'm like, oh, really? Would that sound cool, Skis? You don't say. Of course, everything being syncopated to the guitars would be freaking cool. But, like, Ben's not a fucking octopus.
Yeah, man. He'll send us these files, and the song sounds amazing. And he's like, here's the isolated drums. And it's like, I can't physically do this. He's like, well, you can work with it, but I just thought it would sound cool. It sounds perfect. I'm like 10 years away from that. So
something that helped me when I started using DAWs and computers for recording is mapping out the drum part in MIDI and slowing it down so that I could figure out where each of the parts were when playing them. So that might help you out later on too. And don't feel bad. I remember when I first started with This Hatred Is Mutual, the old band years ago, I did not know how to use a double bass pedal, and our vocalist sat behind there and showed me how to use the double bass pedal so that I could play on shows.
Yep, that's what Mikey did.
Yeah.
I had one and I was trying, but GBL was butt rock. We were dad rock.
Yeah.
So
which is why I drew.
It was in between, like at the time it was like 2005, 2006. It was really in between, like, the time of people playing rock and people going into, like, metalcore.
Yep. And you started hearing a ton.
Exactly, yeah. So, like, I only ever had a single pedal. And then I went out to go grab with it. They're like, oh, man, we need to go get a double bass pedal. I'm like, I don't even know how to use this thing. So he hooked it up and was like, oh, it's easy. You just do this. And I'm like, you're going to have to very, very slowly show me what you just did. So I get it. So
every time I've never had lessons, but I've just known two people have really helped me out and like come to my house, and they had lessons or they were in like what is it drumline in high school.
Yeah.
And they're like, I had a friend, a really good friend's younger brother. He's like 15 at the time, and he was one of the best drummers I've ever heard. And he took lessons from someone local. He sent me videos and had me take videos of his hands on a snare and just put them in slow motion. He's like, just practice these for like 30 minutes a day and you will be vastly better than you currently are. Because I have timing, but just little, like fundamental stuff I didn't have anything for. So he was really helping me out with that. And it did help a lot. But every time they'd show me something, they're like, I have to play it at this speed. so that you get how cool it's going to be, but you have to play it at this speed. So I had to like throw on training wheels and sit in my basement, sorry babe, and just keep doing it. And it's better. I'm better than I was when I joined the band.
Did they give you a metronome in your ear?
I actually have one on my phone that does like the vibration.
There you go.
Ben doesn't need the metronome too much, like the click track. If we even had to use a click track, it was more to sync up one of the guitars, usually. Like, we had some timing issues at the very beginning, but that's one of the few things at this point, the songs we play, we have fairly tight. At really this point, we play around with it at this point. It was like, let's do it a little different. Like, see if they notice.
Really now it depends on if you have sound effects that you aren't playing. Like, if you have keys, but you have no keyboardist, then typically a band will use a click track so that they can keep in time with those types of things.
Yeah, we currently are not running like any backing tracks. We will one day because we have songs with effects on our... There are effects that you can't get from a live performance with our current setup. Like, there's like a breath effect right before the breakdown of Unexpected Life, and it creates tension in the song, and it's fantastic. I don't like... I don't hock a loogie on stage right before the breakdown. Although with the rise of Hawk 2, I might get some. Might get some likes for that. So
I hear she running for president or something.
Yep.
Why not?
Thanks for watching this clip of Recall the Podcast. Brand new episodes every month and original music a few times a year. Find full episodes of the podcast and more only on the Recall the Moment channel.